Now's the time to tell tales of the unaccountable.
Zombie, what do you fear? What do you fear?
Consider you find someone mummified.
I already like this story. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We just need you to hunt the giant owl.
He just looks too suave to be Dracula.
Too suave to be Dracula. Remember, you are bringing her back to life, so there is that. You got that to pony up on.
Be afraid. Be marginally afraid.
Welcome to Pulp Nightmare. I'm Mike.
I am MB.
I was thinking about a show.
Were you now?
Special show from my childhood. Captain Planet. And the Planeteers.
I do recall that show.
What are your memories of old Captain Planet?
I remember there was some pollution bizarro type guy that he fought once.
Oh yeah, no, I think he was global warming. I think is what it's supposed to represent.
He was Ted Turner.
The pollution guy I thought was like a rat. He was like a rat dude.
Yeah, there was that, and then there was also, I think there was a guy that was just hideously deformed.
Yeah,
and like
fair, I think they were all hideously deformed except the chick.
Yeah, but this guy's like his motif was like he was hideously deformed, like he had fell into a vat of like toxic waste or something.
Well, wait, you're saying an environmental show? There's a dude who fell in a vat of toxic waste?
Yeah.
I'm shocked. It'd be awesome if it was the dude from RoboCop.
He just walked around just screaming in horror.
Oh!
They don't know what to do.
You know, I think I had a dream once where that scene was animated. That dude walking around was animated.
Was it 90s style animation?
Yeah, like early 90s.
So it was like almost kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. It was really weird to see. But it's like if you close your eyes, you can kind of imagine that dude being animated.
I can.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is.
It's like he should be on like a Saturday morning cartoon show or something.
You know what the odd thing is? I've never seen RoboCop, the animated series.
I've only ever seen, I think I still have a VHS somewhere of some episodes. I found them on YouTube and rewatched them actually a little while ago. I think it's like 3 episodes or something put together into a movie.
Like the Phantom,
2099.
No,
not
2099. 2019, 2029, something like that.
2029. Who cares? Yeah, something like that. I think it's called RoboCop: The Man in the Iron Suit, because there's another dude who wears an iron suit. It's not very thought out. It's really weird because RoboCop has like no personality in the series.
Well, I mean, he's robotic.
Even less than he has in the movie.
Really?
And you think like the series takes place after the movie.
Yeah.
In which he remembers that he's Murphy and has personality again at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
He's like reverted back to being like OCP property in the animated series. And like has 0 personality. But Lewis is still there.
The protagonist.
Yeah. And I think Lewis is like weirdly a redhead for some reason. There's a lot of weird shit going on in that series.
You know, I can remember like a lot of stuff like that in 90s animation. Like if they ever adapted something, it would be just strangely weird.
Well, you know, the 80s were really good about adapting shit that had no business being adapted to a children's TV show.
James Bond Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, James Bond Jr. At least James Bond was, for the most part, a PG-13 kind of series.
Yeah, but the thing is like, it was an American kid.
It was an American, yeah, I know. What? James Bond Jr. God. I have not thought about that series sometime. But, like, they made a Rambo TV series.
Yeah.
Where he was, like, teamed up with a group of kids. RoboCop, which is a violent fucking sci-fi action film.
Yeah, it's a rated R.
Yeah, it was originally rated X. They made it into numerous cartoon series.
And the live action series.
Yeah, and the live action series. Whatever.
I've never seen them.
I've never seen it either. There's another one that was like some kind of violent R-rated movie they made into a cartoon.
I'm
Sorry,
trying
what it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's like I can kind of picture it, but I don't remember what it was. But they just the 80s is just like fuck it, just said fuck it to everything.
Pretty much. It was a ballsy period.
I mean, a Rambo cartoon is literally a cartoon about a guy who's shell shocked from Vietnam and he's having flashbacks and going insane. And they made a cartoon about where he teams up with kids and fights crime.
I remember as a kid seeing an episode, like a random episode of the old G.I. Joe series that was violent as just probably one of the most violent things I'd ever seen at that age.
The G.I. Joe cartoon is curious because it's like it's both violent and like
cheesy
violent. So like they're shooting lasers and everything, but it's like compared to like most cartoons that like they became where people couldn't really shoot at each other or anything.
Yeah,
it's like it's super violent. I mean, Transformers, people would fucking like Transformers would have like their sparks pulled out and shit.
Interestingly enough, I didn't see Transformers as a kid. Like, I never
once.
No, I encountered Beast Wars.
Beast Wars is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I remember liking Beast Wars. I even had like a toy of like a spider type Decepticon that transformed.
Wait, what color was it?
It was blue and like orange. It was weird. It was really weirdly colored.
I'm gonna say it doesn't sound like Arachnia.
It's like it had blue shell, orange legs, and then when it transformed, it had like purple arms and.
Okay, I think I know. Fuck, what was his name? He was a Predacon. He kind of went rogue. I forget what he was one of the spider ones. I forget what his name was though. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
My fandom is
betraying you.
Yeah, not cool.
But before we get too off topic.
Wait, there's a topic?
80s cartoons. I remember. Gosh.
You remember Silverhawks?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember Silverhawks? Here,
No.
This is how you played Silverhawks. You put a coat on, grab the ends, and just lift them up like they were wings. That was it.
You're serious?
That's how you play Silverhawks.
Silverhawks.
Silverhawks was a lot like G.I. Joe, or a little bit maybe like Voltron or something.
Yeah.
There was even like one of the Silverhawks like wore like a cowboy hat and played the guitar, like electric guitar, because it was the 80s. You did that. And of course there were two children like Silverhawks, like Thundercats or something. And they had like these weird silver costumes that made them look like they were naked, and they would have like wings that would come out and face masks. I don't remember too much about the cartoon, but I remember the opening, just the theme, Silverhawks.
I've never encountered that one. I vaguely recall some other property that had no business. Like I even remember the opening. It's like it's a kid. It might have even been like Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, I'm pretty sure did have a cartoon, yeah.
Because it's like I think it was like Doc Brown is in a helicopter, and like Marty jumps on like the ladder, and they're being shot at by like a terrorist organization or something. It was it was the weirdest adaptation.
When you think about it, Bill and Ted had an animated series.
They did?
Yeah. I
never heard of that.
Yeah. Though at least like Back to the Future and Bill and Ted weren't like these R-rated movies.
Yeah, but the thing is that they turned it into such a weird thing. Like what I just described with like the opening with Back to the Future. It sounds like
it doesn't translate at all.
No, it doesn't. Like
it's like the concept.
They're not spies.
They're not James Bond Jr.
No.
Goddamn James Bond Jr.
And do you remember Mask?
Yeah, Mask. All caps. They had a bunch of vehicles and shit.
Like, when you think about it, doesn't that kind of a weird show?
That was a very weird show. It was like, what was it, like a father and his son and a robot or something? They would wear masks. It was just very, and like the acronyms for mask, I remember didn't make any sense. Like, let me see if I can look this up.
Also, I remember about it, it was such a blatant G.I. Joe ripoff.
Oh, hugely. Even the toys were fairly their big play sets looked miraculously
like G.I. Joe.
Like G.I. Joe play sets.
Like, I don't even remember, like, the bad guy was, like, he wasn't, like, Cobra Commander, but he acted like Cobra Commander.
Yeah. Let me see if I can keep vamping while I look up Mask and see if I can find that. Okay, Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Kommand. Command is weirdly just randomly spelled with a K.
That seemed like more of a 90s thing than an 80s thing.
I know. Mask. Illusion is the ultimate weapon.
Sure it is.
See, it ran for 75 episodes. Mask and Venom.
Yeah, Venom, it was the, wasn't it like the Cobra equivalent?
Yeah, something like that. Let's see. 2011 reimagining. 2011, a reimagined Mask team appeared in the official Hasbro Toys special New York Comic-Con comic book and possible pitch. Unit E, which combines several of Hasbro Toys' most renowned franchises, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Jim, and the Holograms.
Jim?
Action, which still comes on the Hub, by the way. It's really weird. What a weird fucking series, Jim and the Holograms. I was watching an episode.
I mean, isn't the basic concept, like, she's a pop star who's also a crime fighter or something?
She solves problems in some way. But it's like one of the bandmates had, like, an issue with his father. And I think their, like, mother got into, like, a car accident and they had, like, reconcile in some way. I'm like, what the fuck cartoon is this?
Wasn't that, like, a cartoon for little girls?
Yeah. It made no sense. And it's like Jem's trying to talk to the father in, like, a heartfelt way while she's wearing this ridiculous outfit.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Dress.
Like, it's just... Essentially, she is like a female version of Gene Simmons.
Pretty much. That's cool.
I like how you had to pause to think about that one.
I was like, what the fuck? Fair enough.
But
like, yeah, Mask. Mask was... I never really got into Mask.
I mean, I didn't either. It's one of those predominant memories that I have of, like, reruns from the 80s.
I mean,
though Captain Planet was definitely a show I was way more, just all the time I would watch that.
Yeah, I remember watching Captain Planet a lot, and I don't know why.
Yeah, if you watch the series now, it doesn't hold up.
Oh, it barely held up like a year after it aired.
Yeah. I mean,
like, it's just, like, it's terrible.
I mean, recently we discovered, like, the Beetleborgs again.
Oh, Jesus, the Beetleborgs.
Yeah. Talk about something that does not hold up to our memory.
Yeah, I think we talked about the Beetleborgs, but good fucking God, Beetleborgs.
But the Captain Planet, it's like, at least Beetleborgs had, like, a little bit of time to portray itself like it's not what it ended up becoming.
Yeah.
Captain Planet was what it was from the beginning.
And Captain Planet had at least the backbone of tackling, like, real and serious things.
Yeah.
But it's just so...
in very silly ways.
Like, I mean, fucking Planeteers. Except that
one of them
blonde
with the power of hot. With the power of heart.
The power of hot was that blonde chick.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, Raji, right? Something he had the monkey?
I have no idea what his name is.
Let me see if I can find a list of that. Yeah, okay, here's...
Oh, no, Mati.
Yeah, Mati, I just found him. From the Amazon rainforest, Brazil, raised by a Kayapo Indian shaman, Mati uses the power of heart to instill caring, passion, and sympathy into people of the world to care for the planet. He can also use this power to communicate with animals telepathically. Mati also has a pet monkey named Suchi, voiced by Frank Welker, of course. Of course.
Okay. So he has the power of heart. He can make people empathize with the planet, but he can also communicate with animals. That makes sense.
Well, I mean, the power of heart has to be Kwame. Let's see. What is his power? Possesses the power of Earth.
Yeah.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah, he's like, isn't he like African?
Yeah, he's voiced by LeVar Burton.
He was?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Wow, he did a good job. Like
he did. I didn't recognize him at all. He sounded way younger too.
Yeah. Wow.
Then you got Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler who's
controls the power of fire.
Yeah, and he's like the hot shot. Like he's basically Johnny Storm in a non-Fantastic Four.
Pretty much. He's the guy who's on every one of these series.
Yeah.
He's that guy. Then you got Linka, the hot Russian chick, though she was from the Soviet Union, which...
Wind.
Yeah, she had the power of wind. Then you have, Guy, whatever. Controls the power of water. That's still badass, right?
Yeah.
Then Monty, he controls the power of heart. That's not even a thing.
No. It doesn't fit with, like, the Earth.
Like, he's so lame, they gave him a pet monkey. Just so he has something. No, if people don't like Monty, at least they'll like the monkey. Yeah,
not only that, but they made him be able to communicate with animals. Like, it's just so obvious. Once they came up with the power of heart, they were like, we gotta give him something else. Because I don't think any of the others had, like, extra powers.
Okay, here's the eco villains. Hoggus Greedley, voiced by Edward Asner. Mm-hmm. A pig-like human who represents the dangers of overconsumption and greed.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, Duke Nukem.
You're not serious.
Yeah, Duke Nukem, voiced by Dean Stockwell from 1992, then Maurice LaMarche from 93-95. A doctor who changed himself into a radioactive mutant who represents the misuse of nuclear power.
Dean Stockwell, who else did he voice? Like, I know he voiced some other character.
Let me see.
I think it was on Batman, the series or something.
Yeah, let me see. Dean Stockwell. Let's see, television work. Let's see. He's apparently on Lois and Clark.
I think everyone in the 90s was on Lois and Clark.
Pretty much. I'm not really saying too much now, but I'm just going to go through it quick. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So yeah, there was a character called Duke Nukem who had a cowardly accomplice named Lead Suit, voiced by Frank Welker, of course.
For a second, I thought you were going to say he had a lowly accomplice named Gargoyle.
Let's see, Lutein Plunder, a wealthy poacher and greedy businessman who represents the evils of uncontrolled capitalism and unethical business actions. His name is even a reference to the phrase loot and plunder. Luden is also shown to have a nephew named Robin Plunder, as seen in the episode Going Batsman, and is a play on Rob and Plunder.
Going Batsman?
Yeah, Going Bats, man.
And his name is Robin.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It has to be like...
It can't be coincidence.
Oh, this is the name of his henchman. Argos Bleak. That's an awesome name.
That is.
And then the Pinhead brothers. One of which is, of course, voiced by Frank Welker. Okay, here's another one. Sly
like every other voice.
He really is. Sly Sludge. Voiced by Martin Sheen from 1990 to 1992. And then Jim Cummings from 93-95. Unscrupulous waste disposer who represents ignorance and the dangers of short-term thinking. That's a thing. Short-term thinking. Well, fucking fair enough.
I mean, they were original. You got to give them that.
Yeah. Wait, he has this is his accomplices: Ooze, BP, and Tank Flusher the Third.
Also, now that I know he's voiced by Martin Sheen. And yeah, I'm still on this guy. I just like to pretend he's reprising that role in the Spawn movie.
Oh, BP, one of his sidekicks, is voiced by Hulk Hogan.
No way.
I swear to God. And of course, Tank Flusher III is voiced by Frank Welker. But yeah, BP is voiced by fucking Hulk Hogan.
Frank Welker has like 50 roles on this show.
He does. All right, Verminous Scum.
Wait. Before you go any further,
Yeah.
does Frank Welker voice one of the Planeteers? Because I'm pretty sure.
I think he only voices the monkey.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
For a second, I thought he was like voiced Wheeler or something. Because when I thought about Wheeler, like it could have just been like just his Fred voice.
Yeah, but no, I think he just did the monkey.
Uh,
All right, Verminous Scum. He was the rat guy we were talking about before. Voiced by Jeff Goldblum in 1990.
Jeff Goldblum.
And then Maurice LaMarche from 91 to 95. A rat-like creature who represents the dangers of poor sanitation and crime.
I want to watch the episode where Jeff Goldblum voices that character.
Well, they had like so many like big-name people play characters. Here's one. Dr. Blight. Voiced by Meg Ryan in 1990. Meg Ryan. And then from 91 to 95, Mary Kay Bergman. A mad scientist with a half-scarred face hidden behind her hair. That was the hot villain chick. Who represents the dangers of uncontrolled technology and unethical scientific experimentation.
Also, one person we forgot to mention, Gaia.
We'll get to Gaia.
Their Zordon, rather.
We'll get to Gaia. Dr. Evil's highly intelligent supercomputer Mal was voiced by David Rappaport in 1990. And then from 91 to 95, Tim Curry. Oh, and this one's even fucking better as far as the cast goes. This guy's has been voiced by three people. Zarm. First, voiced by Sting.
Wait, which Sting? The singer or the wrestler?
I'm gonna go ahead and say the singer, of course. From 90 to 92, he was voiced by Sting. Then, in 93, he was voiced by David Warner.
Yeah, definitely the singer Sting.
Yeah. Then, 94, 95, Malcolm McDowell.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Zarm. How do you go from Sting to Malcolm McDowell? That's a weird, way to go. Zarm is
makes sense, to be honest.
I guess it does. Sting. Goddamn Sting. Zarm is the former spirit of the earth who left Gaia in search of other lands and ended up lying to populous plans to ruin lacking Gaia to balance out his methods. He represents war and destruction. And then Mame Slaughter, voiced by Teresa Saldana in her first appearance, Mitzi McHale in the third appearance. Leader of the Slaughter family who made their debut in the New Adventures of Captain Planet. There's a New Adventures of Captain Planet?
I have no idea.
Mame and her family are a family of poachers who represent the endangerment of animals who are often in direct monetary competition with loot and plunder. And Mame's son and second in command, Stalker Slaughter, voiced by Charlie Adler.
That's gonna be like the dumbest villain name I've ever heard.
Wait, there was a Captain Pollution? A polluting counterpart to Captain Planet named Captain... Oh, I fucking remember Captain Pollution. I just remember.
Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, a polluting counterpart to Captain Planet named Captain Pollution appears in the two-part episode Mission to Save Earth. When Dr. Blight steals the Planeteer's rings, creates polluting duplicates of them. These guys had one fucking thing in their mind, just destroying the Earth. No real gain, just pollution.
Yeah, I mean, what would they have done if they actually succeeded?
I don't know, go to another planet to live? I don't know. It was really weird. And distributes the duplicates to most of the other eco-villains. Each eco-villain received a specific ring. Duke Nukem has a super radiation ring, counterpart of fire. I like how that's counterpart of fire, super radiation.
Super radiation.
I like how radiation's not good enough. It has to be super radiation. Loot and Plunder has a deforestation ring. That's a ring. It's a power.
I want a deforestation ring.
That's awesome. A counterpart of Earth, of course. Sly Sludge has a smog ring, counterpart of Wind.
Now, see, at least that one kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Verminous Scum has a Toxics ring. counterpart of water, of course. I guess that makes sense. And Dr. Blight, of course, has a hate ring, counterpart of heart. See, at least the hate ring makes at least a little bit more sense. Because at least if the fucking Indian dude, whatever the fuck his name was,
Mati,
I almost said Mai Tai. Mati had like a love ring. At least that's like, it seems like it makes more sense than heart.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's still lame and stupid, but it sounds better than heart.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. All they had to do was just change the name.
Yeah, at least it sounds better. Each of the evil rings has malevolent faces on them, in contrast to the more element-themed Planeteer rings. Captain Pollution is weakened when he is in contact with pure elements such as water or sunlight, while he gains power from contact with pollutants. That has to be the lamest fucking villain. And is later shown to gain power without limit when in contact with pollutants after his resurrection. So let's say if you spill paint on him, he's good to go.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's, I don't know. When he is summoned, he says, "By your polluting powers combined, I am Captain Pollution." Ha 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 ha. It literally says, ha 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 ha. And when
How many is that?
6.
6 ha's.
Yeah, and when he disappears, he declares, "The polluting power is yours." In his first appearance, he is sent by the eco-villains to destroy the Planeteers, but gets chased off by Commander Clash. And after a fight with Captain Planet, he returns to the evil rings, causing them to explode. Okay, in the two-part episode, A Mine is a Terrible Thing to Waste, Captain Pollution is brought back to life by toxins of the 5 evil rings that seep into the earth. Captain Pollution resembles Captain Planet, but his skin is pale yellow and covered in brown lesions. His hair is red and styled in a widow's peak, but he has red eyes. His costume is the same color and style as Planet's, but the chest is torn in the middle, with 2 halves of a cracked version of Planet's chest symbol on either side. I gotta admit, the design's kind of cool.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, it didn't look half as ridiculous as Captain Planet.
Yeah. His voice has a California Valley twang to it.
What?
I know. Makes sense. Captain Pollution is defeated twice by Captain Planet. His first in Mission to Save Earth by being rammed through Earth, lava, air, and water, and then again in A Mine is a Terrible Thing to Waste by being tricked and going to an underground magma chamber. His role as an evil, imperfect duplicate mirrors that of Superman's a perfect duplicate Bizarro. Blah, 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 blah. Like his good counterpart, Captain Planet is voiced by David Coburn in both appearances. Oh, right on. That's Captain Pollution.
By your polluting powers combined.
The polluting power is yours. By your polluting powers combined, I'm Captain Pollution.
Ha 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 ha.
He's so lame. Alright, Gaia, voiced by Whoopi Goldberg from 1990 to 1993, and then Margot Kidder from 93 to 95.
How do you go from Whoopi Goldberg to Margot Kidder?
That has to be so fucking random. Like, they put no effort in that.
No.
They don't sound at all the same. Yet somehow I never noticed. Like, Margot Kidder, smokes, 10 packs of cigarettes a day.
Well, the thing is I didn't recognize either of them as the voice of Gaia.
If I can listen to it in my head, I can kinda hear Whoopi Goldberg. Kinda? But that's about it.
Margot Kidder.
Yeah. Okay, and what does it say about here, Captain Planet? Anything interesting?
Did they ever explain, why he has a mullet?
You want the explanation for why he has a mullet? It was made in 1990, dude. That's why he had a fucking mullet.
Well, fair enough.
Okay, what the New Adventures? The original series was the second longest running cartoon of the 1990s, blah, blah, blah. Lasted for 3 seasons under the name Captain Planet, the Planeteers. Remaining the voice actors quit or replaced, and much license occurred, changed the title to New Adventures of Captain Planet. Produced by Hanna-Barbera. Series had noticeable difference from the original, such as episodes revealing more of the past of each of the characters. This does not directly contradict the first. Pretty much, it's not even that important. Oh, fuck.
Well, so it was no New Adventures of Johnny Quest.
No, nothing is... New Adventures of Johnny Quest is fucking awesome.
It is.
Planet. Boxer and Pyle wrote a film adaptation of Captain Planet in 1996, originally titled Planet.
What a, pretentious...
5 years later, Michael Reeves revised the concept as Dark Planet. The storyline was darker than the series and set in a post-apocalyptic time period. That sounds awesome.
That does kind of sound awesome, actually.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Their powers would actually, be beneficial then.
Like, the planet's destroyed and Gaia has to fucking bring the Planeteers together to form Captain Planet.
Played by Don Cheadle.
That sounds like an awesome series, Dark Planet. I want that to fucking happen now. I want that to happen so goddamn bad.
Is there any way they could do Captain Planet in live action and not have him look silly?
By the way, in case you're wondering who Michael Reeves is, you know him for his contributions as a producer and story editor to a number of 1990s animated television series, including Disney's Gargoyles and Batman the Animated Series. That's all. He wrote one episode of the live-action Shazam series in the 70s. Let's see. He wrote for Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series, Centurions, Conan and the Young Warriors. It's another weird series based on something violent. Dungeons and Dragons, Godzilla the series, He-Man, both He-Man series, even the one from 2002.
Oh, I remember that one. That was a really good series from what I remember.
It was awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Transformers, Spider-Man Unlimited, Space Sentinels, the Smurfs, the Real Ghostbusters. Essentially, Dark Planet would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Never be, though.
But again, my question is, could they do Captain Planet himself and not have him look silly on screen? Here's my other question. Would it be a betrayal if he didn't look silly?
That's a good question. Would it be? Because everybody remembers Captain Planet looking fucking retarded.
He was the dumbest looking superhero, and that's a world where Hourman exists.
Goddamn Hourman. I mean, I think, if you take the ideas of his costume, you could probably change it into something pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe.
There's gotta be there's gotta be a redesigned Captain Planet. Somebody had to have done it once, right?
This is my thinking. Recently, Jason David Frank, the dude was the original Green Ranger and White Ranger, he was Tommy, said that he would want to see a Power Rangers movie done like The Dark Knight.
Yeah, like a dark Power Rangers movie. Yeah,
my thing is, would that really work? Because the show...
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it this way. The show itself isn't very good.
No.
I mean, it is what it is. But, the idea of it is kind of interesting.
No. Here's my thing. I think the concept kind of falls flat.
How
when
so?
you think about it. Okay, there's this dude in a giant tube named Zordon. He says this chick who was in a garbage can in space.
Well, listen. Listen, you would have to, really change a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is,
here's the thing. You'd have to change a lot of stuff, but, if you go into, the mythology of Zordon, which was presented in the show eventually, in Power Rangers in Space and all that, just ignore Power Rangers the movie. Because they changed all that in Power Rangers in Space. I can't believe we're talking about Power Rangers now. God damn it, we can't escape this. By the way, I did find, searching redesigned Captain Planet on Google Image Search, there are some kind of cool redesigns.
Oh, let me see. I just want to see one good one.
Okay, well, I'll show you this one. The ideas, basic pieces of the Power Rangers storyline could be used to adapt into something cool.
The thing is, it's inherently the main concept is kind of troublesome because you have it can't be it has to be teenagers with attitude.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm not saying it's going to be fucking this spectacular movie or anything. But, you know, like, maybe... I mean, just in the fact you're making it darker changes certain things you would do in the story.
That is a good Captain Planet.
Yeah, right? If you search Redesign Captain Planet, it's the 5th one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I can actually see that as like a new cartoon that would work.
Yeah. Like I said, the ideas in Captain Planet's costume could make something pretty cool.
Yeah.
If they wanted to. Like, I've seen some fan trailers for, like, a dark, more, like, mature Power Rangers kind of movie. Yeah. And it kind of works if you put it in a certain kind of light. So like, I think if someone really went in there and into Power Rangers, the idea of it, they could probably make something out of it. I mean, would you feel betrayed if they changed a lot of Power Rangers?
Well, I mean, to be honest, like, no, not really, because Power Rangers has been through so many incarnations.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see, like, a comic book more than anything else.
Like, one of my favorite seasons of the Power Rangers is Time Force, which could not be, like, farther from the original Power Rangers concept. Like they're cops in time.
Yeah, it was. That's when I fell off. But I think you can make like a cool Power. I mean, nobody should. By the way, nobody should make a good Power Rangers movie. It's not 1995. Please don't do this. If like Tom Rothman happens to download or this episode of the podcast, the head of Fox, don't do this. For the love of God, never do this.
Never do a serious Power Rangers movie?
No, just don't do a Power Rangers movie. I'm not saying it can't be, it couldn't be done. I'm not saying you couldn't make a good, serious Power Rangers movie.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it, please. Put money in better places. For the love of God, don't make a dark and serious Power Rangers movie.
Don't make a Power Rangers movie in general.
Yeah, just don't. Stop making anything Power Rangers related. Because like I noticed like ads for the new Power Rangers series, Ninja Force or something like that.
Samurai,
yeah, whatever. And it's like all the ads were like these serious, dramatic ads. And it's like in a way it looked cool, but because it was still like the series with the ridiculous outfits, it looked funny. Yeah. But it's like at least they're trying.
Well, the thing is, I've seen parts of that show. It's pretty bad.
I'm sure it is.
Like, even the acting is somehow worse. And, like, Power Rangers was never a benchmark for good acting.
Yeah. But goddammit, I want to see a Captain Planet movie.
I do, too.
I think it can be done. Because, like, more than anything else, like, more than Power Rangers, you wouldn't have to change too much of Captain Planet. As far as, like, the basic idea of it.
All you have to do is do that concept that you talk about of post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
And the same concept can work. Like, Gaia gathers 5 teenagers, gives them rings with the power of fire, earth, water, wind, and hearts. I guess if you have to.
In case you have to include that. You can get a fucking monkey in there and shit.
Here's my question also. Why were there the need for 5 of them? Like, couldn't 4 do the job?
I don't know, MB. I don't know.
I mean, I guess they needed to sell toys.
Pretty much. Monkey. Yeah, I fucking love that monkey.
But, yeah, I mean, I guess you could include Monty if you had to.
We absolutely have to. We will include Monty. Now I kind of want to write a fucking Captain Planet movie.
But couldn't, like, Captain Planet himself be, like, really awesome?
He could be. Like, if he came in, like, the 3rd act.
Played by Bradley Cooper.
Exactly. Cooper. I mean, that would be awesome. You can fucking get Liam Neeson there as a villain.
You could. It's like he's an 80s type businessman who neglects the planet.
Exactly. He becomes fucking like Duke Nukem. Like, it would be awesome. But, oh well.
And directed by Paul Verhoeven.
That would be fucking awesome if Paul Verhoeven directed Captain Planet. He would be fucking perfect. He put
Dark
fake commercials
Planet.
in it. He put fake commercials in it.
He would.
God damn, that would be awesome. God damn it. God damn you, Pulp Nightmare. You want me? You made me dream of a Captain Planet movie that'll never happen. Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well.
You know one movie that should happen?
What?
Freakazoid.
Freakazoid movie would be pretty pimp.
Think about it. It's the perfect thing for this time because we have so many superhero movies. A parody of one, a good parody of one, is just ripe for the picking. And that character is like the perfect...
He's like Deadpool.
He's like Deadpool if Deadpool were on crack.
Pretty much.
And Deadpool already acts like he's on crack.
God, I miss Freakazoid. Did you know Freakazoid was originally supposed to be serious?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
And it was like changed at the last minute. And
It was
everybody
changed
was
because,
pissed off.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that it was like under... It was legally supposed to be changed because it resembled Madman.
Yeah, I think something like that. They were very similar. When you think about it.
Yeah, they were. But, yeah, that... I mean, that character is just... He lends itself to... I think it could parody a lot of things. It could parody modern technology. It could parody superhero movies.
And you can get, like, Candle Jack in there and shit. Awesome villains. I mean, you could do, like intermissions with, like, showing, like, the Huntsman.
Edward Asner can actually play his character.
That would be
as the
awesome.
cop.
I mean, a Freakazoid movie would be pretty fucking... I don't know why they haven't brought Freakazoid back as far as a comic goes or or a cartoon.
Yeah.
I mean, it would bring in a new audience.
I mean, Boom Studios is doing Darkwing Duck as a comic.
Yeah.
With those awesome Batman parody covers.
These things are awesome.
I don't see why they can't do, like, a serious Power Ranger comic or a Captain Planet comic or a Freakazoid comic.
It's just a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
Alas, it'll never happen.
This is why we should be writing comics.
God damn it, MB, we should be.
To the typewriter.
We have a giant typewriter. We
have to jump on every key.
Exactly. It's a workout to write, like, the... It's very sad.
We die of exhaustion, like, halfway through the first page.
You have a heart attack and fall down. Writing a bunch of random letters. Fall down all the way to the bottom. Like, no!
You're all the way at the top.
I get stuck in the gears and get ripped apart. It's horrifying. But,
The ink turns red with your blood.
That was weird. I don't know where that whole dream scenario came from.
I don't know where, like, half this episode came from.
Whatever it is, we brought pollution down to 0. But, that's been this episode of Pulp Nightmare. I've been Mike.
I've been MB.
Have pleasant nightmares.
Listen next week to another tale of the strange and terrifying.